Today I'd like to share with you from Psalm 32 verses 8 and 9 about a topic that I really enjoy. And that topic is the importance of being teachable. The importance of being teachable. Listen to verses 8 and 9 where God is saying to the psalmist, and the psalmist is relaying to the people who are hearing his prayer, I will instruct you and teach you the way you should go. I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Do not be like a horse or a mule without understanding, whose temper must be curbed with bit and bridle, else it will not stay near you. What is God trying to tell us in these couple verses? Well, first of all, that God is willing to instruct and to teach us. And if we're open to it, we can learn God's will and we can seek to obey it, to live it out, and to follow it. Now, I will instruct you and teach you the way you should go. But again, that's all dependent on us being teachable, us being open to that counsel, to that teaching, to that instruction that God wants to give us. And that's really a question all of us can only answer for ourselves. How open am I really to God's will and to God altering and changing my behavior, my patterns of relating to people, my speech, my thought life, my relationships? Are we truly open and teachable? And I love the personal nature of this phrase that I will counsel you with my eye upon you. Anyone who has ever tried raising children or worked with children, anyone who's ever had a pet that needed to be housebroken, there are different things in life, right, where we know we have to teach something and we try to do it the best that we can, and that often requires keeping a close eye on a child or a pet. Well, the idea that God will counsel us with God's eye being upon us is on the one hand very reassuring, right? That God so personally loves and cares about every single person, that God is able to keep his eye on us. It's reassuring on the one hand. It's a little unnerving on the other hand, isn't it? The idea that God is watching me every interaction I have with another human being, when I'm all by myself, maybe just with my phone or my computer, that God has God's eye upon me in all those moments. That's a little unnerving, perhaps. But the whole idea is not to be like a brute animal that doesn't have understanding or comprehension and so has to be guided around with something in its mouth. We want to be open and teachable to the Spirit of God, that we might live lives that are constantly growing in reflecting the image and the spirit and the way of life that Jesus taught. Be teachable, be open, and that means keep growing and changing.